France insists that European Union negotiators should not yield to any time pressure imposed by the January 1 economic cut-off date in the talks with Britain on a trade agreement, in the wake of the Brexit divorce, arguing no deal would be better than a bad one. Negotiators are dealing with EU fisheries rights in UK waters and a few remaining fair competition issues, as the last outstanding problems, in the 9-month talks that are seeking to avert a chaotic transition on New Year's Day, when Britain fully leaves the EU's single market. Beyond the imposition of customs checks and other barriers, a trade deal would avert the imposition of tariffs and duties that could cost both sides hundreds of thousands of jobs. But the diplomatic brinkmanship continued despite the urgency for a deal. We should not put ourselves, Europeans, under time pressure to finish by this hour or that day. Otherwise we would put ourselves in a situation to make bad concessions, France's Europe Minister Clement Beaune told the BFM network. EU officials have already said they would negotiate past January 1 if necessary. Rumours of a pre-Christmas Brexit trade deal had risen over the past days, based on progress on all the outstanding issues, beyond fishing. Some EU nations insisted, however, that upon close scrutiny, Britain's latest proposals on quotas for EU vessels in UK waters were far less conciliatory than first met the eye. And Beaune also raised fair competition rules as a sticking point, even if some other EU officials said they were close to being dealt with. The EU has long feared that Britain would undercut the bloc's social, environmental and state aid rules to be able to gain an unfair edge with its exports to the EU. Britain has said that having to meet EU rules would undercut its sovereignty. Well, if the British come onto our market, well, they can respect our rules. It is elementary economic justice, Beaune said. We will not cede because of time pressure. In London, UK Cabinet Minister Robert Jenrick said, "We will need to get those final issues resolved, and there's some way further to go on that." Yet, he still felt optimistic. "I hope that we can reach an agreement." If both sides fail to meet the January 1 deadline, it's unclear under what conditions trade would take place before a deal would eventually be approved. But the decision to close the border in response to the emergence of a new, more contagious strain of coronavirus has dramatically increased tensions between London and Paris. Reports emerged about a bitter cabinet meeting, in which one minister allegedly referred to the French president as a four-lettered word, beginning with C and ending in T. Number 10 is understood to regard the border closure as a bid by Mr. Macron to turn up the heat on Mr. Johnson, in order to force him to cave into EU demands, notably on fishing quotas. But one Whitehall source told the Politico website his approach could end up backfiring spectacularly. They explained, "If ever we needed a reason to show why we're leaving the EU, the French trying to take food off our shelves for Christmas out of spite should do it. And in reality, the British public will surely make that decision, when shopping in the new year. Maybe there should be country flags of origin on all products after the 31st. Just to make it easier for us to return the deed." Thank you very much for watching, and please subscribe.